Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Why am I here by myself? What is happening? What is going on? That's a very easy question. So, Alex and I were recording Kingdom episode 8 reviews today, and I went to check, just like, check on the quality, check on like the recording, and turns out the first section of me talking is completely mute, including the welcome. So, sorry to have to welcome you again on behalf of Alex this time. But yes, we were talking about Kingdom, and we started off about talking in regards to the It's One performance, the vocal battle at the end here, as part of the first part of round 3. And I went first for my muted section. So I'm just going to fill in the gaps here with what I was saying in regards to the It's One performance that consisted of Insung and Jaeyoon from SF9, Junie and Jinhwan from iKON, and then also Sungyoon and New from The Boys. So I was saying, if for all the other rounds I was complaining, maybe especially the dance round, It's One didn't bring enough members and could have worked with way more people than they did, because they had so many available to them for a dance performance battle. It seems they did the opposite and maybe put one too many people in their vocal performance. Not to say that everyone vocally isn't strong or isn't good, but it could have been a case of too many chefs in the kitchen and overall just very, very, very complex and challenging. So it kind of ultimately what also alluded to in their loss. Aside from that, there was the sort of rough patch that Insung had when he was pulling off that note at the end, and so he was also exceptionally hard on himself at the end. It's okay, man. It happens. Things happen. You did your best. That's really all that matters. But yeah, pretty much what happened. Like a series of these kind of challenges, and maybe just overall not the best planning on that side, that led to their loss against MAYFLY for the vocal round. And it wasn't just a loss, it was complete annihilation when it came to the voting from the specialists that were on the site at that time. The 33 voters, it was 33-0, like complete annihilation. And then at this point I tossed it back to Alex for her comments and there was no issues after that. So back to your main programming.
So your sentiments of too many chefs in one kitchen is literally word for word what I was gonna say. Yeah. I think having 6 vocalists that have never worked together try and work together is very, very difficult. Because even in groups where you have okay, I'm gonna use BTS as an example because I know their vocal line pretty well. Even with, they have 4 vocalists, but the way that they share lines, if they're ever singing, the way they split up lines is very strategic. So you'll see, V and Jimin do a lot, and you'll see JK and Jin. You don't really hear Jin and Jimin too much. You don't really hear JK and V too much. It's very strategic, and it's because it really, even when you have strong vocalists, their voices don't always mesh the best together. You have to know how to compile and style them or adjust your vocal styles, or maybe it's too hard. like, two people are very strong vocalists, but their voices together, it's just too much work for them to adjust. So it ends up being a much harder song than it has to be. For instance, obviously not saying that's the case for BTS. There might be other reasons. I don't know. But in this case, I think that's really what handicapped them in a sense. Like, I think that they brought in a lot of people who individually are very talented, but I think that they kind of lacked the skills to draw the voices together and to pull out and highlight the full potential of each one. So they just kind of did like I don't know, honestly, like they were all kind of singing around the same pitch except the one dude from Icon that had a lower voice. But other than that, everybody else was kind of singing in the same range, which is like, I mean, I understand if they were doing like an a cappella song where they're using their voices as instruments, that could have been cool. If you have six people doing that, that could have been very interesting. But yeah, this was more of a choir performance that kind of fell flat for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's just too complex, too many people, and like you're taking a solo song too, and splitting it up to six different people. Even that in itself is a very hard task. So definitely that. And look, the use of fire came back. Pyrotech.
I don't want to talk about it. We're not
I
talking about it this time.
imme-
Moving on.
immediately
No. Mm-mm.
immediately I was just like, Alex?
And did it help them? No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. It set a mood, but it didn't. It wasn't
It didn't set a
exactly.
mood. It
Okay.
didn't set a mood. I felt like, why is this here?
The song is called Spark.
So
So
it wasn't a spark. It was a full on like three flames.
fair, 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 fair. And then, so quickly after that, there was the MAYFLY team who sent the least amount of people to their last battle, the vocal battle, but least amount of people versus the only amount of people that maybe matter. They had Jungho from Ateez, Eunkwang from B2B, and Sungmin from Stray Kids. And so they also did a rendition of a female song, IU's Love Poem. Coincidentally enough, Jaeyoon from SF9 also covered this song before. So interesting. Very, very well known song. I don't know if it's from OST, but just very well known song. And they did really well. Their behind the scenes was actually kind of interesting as well, just how quickly they were able to um, just come together. And I think that has a lot in part to do with Eunkwang's personality. He just very good, like Sunbae, who is very vocal and funny, all around really funny guy. So he brought the two of them together, led them really, really well, and you could see that also during their performance, where he was the one in the middle, but directionally leading them on left and right sides during their parts and stuff like that. So you could see that during the performance, it gave me chills. As always with Jongho's vocals, sometimes I just get a little bit too invested and I'm just like, oh my god. So, 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 so good. Such a good execution. Wasn't overly flashy as it didn't have to be, as it was a very strong ballad song already. So just standing on a box, some dry ice, LEDs in the back, and you're good to go. Uh, very, very, very deserving win for this round for sure. Very deserving win, but I can't say that my heart didn't hurt when I saw the score. It was a complete annihilation. 33 votes all went to Team MAYFLY for that one. And my heart just hurt a little, like, especially for Insung, who wasn't, like, totally, like, complete with that performance that he had. So my heart just, ugh, it's okay. You guys did a good job. Don't worry about it. Like, So yeah, total annihilation on that vocal performance battle round. Um, did you get chills? You good?
So I'm gonna have to echo, who was it? Shindong, I think, said it, but he said in reference to one of the performances, I don't remember which one, and I think it was him, but don't quote me on it. I don't remember. But basically, he's like, it's not a competition to figure out who's good. Everybody's good. It's a competition to figure out who's better. Which I support the MAYFLY domination for the vocal round. I think it was not a competition in the slightest. Really, I think any sane person would have voted that way. Now, I will say, without Unkwang, or however his name might be pronounced, they would not have won. Why? Jongho, strong vocalist. Sungmin, I haven't really heard him sing, but Stray Kids is not a vocal group. Unkwang pulled the most potential out of their voices that was humanely possible. He remastered the song in a way that suited them perfectly and highlighted all of their parts. Not only that, his vocal control is amazing. The amount, you can tell he's not singing the way he could be singing. You can tell he's holding back, he's restricting, and he's playing more of a support in areas where the other two, they might not reach as high or they might not be able to drop as low. He's in the background controlling the flow of the song, so they're not all singing high pitch or they're all singing low. Like, he's really filling in the gaps where everybody's allowed to shine and it doesn't feel like anything's missing. But I think, like, without his expertise, without his experience, the other two, like, I don't know if they would have had the same results. Like, it's not a question of whether they can sing or not. We know they could sing. But I think that Eunkwang did an amazing job of really highlighting the full potential of their voices and, like, making them sound good together. And honestly, like, I didn't even know someone could sing that well. Like,
Same. I was like, what?
like, you know, I was like, okay, I was expecting, like, him to be able to sing, because, you know, like, a couple weeks ago, Stray Kids did the B2B song and they were all kind of singing, right? But I didn't hear any vocalists that were like, well, Han is surprising, but, like, I didn't hear any vocalists that were like, whoa, where did this come from? But then watching his performance, I was like, whoa, where did this come from? Like, you can, like,
Who are you?
not to throw, what is that, oil on the fire, whatever the term is, but he outsang Jongho, which I personally think so. Like, I think, like,
Okay.
Jongho, I mean, okay, it wouldn't be a Jongho performance without him screaming his notes. But I think Sungmin had more of a unique voice, and it was quite powerful. Like, Jongho's a very powerful singer. He's all about volume. I think Sungmin has a powerful voice, but he's not as loud. So I think he probably even surprised himself in this case. And he definitely surprised the rest of Stray Kids, because they
Who
seemed
am
like,
I?
yeah,
Forget
like
about
it
who are
seemed, yeah, like when they were watching, like, the rehearsal or whatever, they were also like, where did this come from? Like, I don't think anybody doubted his abilities, but I think that they were very surprised pleasantly by just how much ability he has. So yeah, amazing job, Team MAYFLY. I don't know who made the decisions to stack the teams the way that were stacked, but whoever did it, genius. Like, genius.
Ateez.
Yeah, but, like, who in Ateez? It wasn't all of them, let's be honest. So whoever made the final call on who exactly, how many people per team, like dance, rap, vocal unit, which people, like, this was very, 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 very well thought out. Like, impossibly well. So I don't know if it's like Mnet, like, puppeteering in the back. I don't know, but the difference in strategy is very evident, and the results support that evidence. So
Yeah. I agree. Like, from, choosing Stray Kids and B2B to be part of their team, Ateez did really, really well. And then, separately, yeah, for sure. Like, who's going to go do the dance? Who's going to do the vocals as well? Like, very, very strategic, very, very well thought out for sure. And ultimately took home all the rounds, which was a cumulative 15,000 points that can be split 3 ways. So, congrats to them. Good job to It's One team. And now we're in the second half of round 3, No Limitless. And we got 2 performances out of this second half. First being Icon. And so, No Limit really does mean what it means, no limit. And so Icon decided to do a girl group song instead. Now, I don't know if they're just not ambitious to venture out of their own agency, or if it just seems to make sense. You're gonna go with what the biggest trends and the biggest queens are right now, and that is Blackpink. They didn't. They didn't go crazy in terms of like all the aspects that they put in. It's definitely more than they've done in the past, for sure. But they also had a special featuring from Lisa as well this round for their performance. And so they redid Savage.
Pretty savage.
Pretty Savage.
Into classy savage.
Into Classy Savage. And did it in a very fun, I think, kind of way, where they started with hovering over the TV, watching TV, which I thought was really cute because it also had like other sort of, shout outs in there to like Winner as well. So I thought that was really cute. And then the stage itself rearranged the stage this time to look like they were going into a different world altogether. It's like, I'm still very, very proud that no matter what Icon does, whichever song Icon chooses, like, Icon still keeps it as Icon. So, I really liked it. The only aspect I feel a little bit on the table about is the featuring of Lisa. Because I'm just like, controversial opinion, can it be seen as a cheap move? Like, that's what I'm coming at. And I'm just like, I'm like, bro, you didn't need that. But then it's like, not that it's not a good idea, right? I'm just like, but did you need that, is what I'm saying. And so I was just like, that was the little bit. Like, could they have done without her featuring in their performance? But all in all, I really liked it. I liked everything they did, the dance routine, the reworking of the song, and just adding their own flavor, Icon sticking to Icon. That's it for me for that one. How about you?
So, this is not. I should
Uh-oh.
preface with I don't have anything against Icon. I think they're a talented group. I understand that my commentary on the show may seem otherwise, but I'm gonna have to stick by it for this round as well. I found their performance very underwhelming. I think the concept, again, like the TV and entering a different world, I thought it was cute. But when they actually entered the other world, I expected more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're on week 8. Like, they've seen the other performances, and it's like every week the other groups are pulling out more and more stops. Now, I understand if Icon wants to stick to their, basics and key concepts and not really reinvent the wheel every week. But at the same time, as time goes on, it becomes more and more apparent that or at least it starts to see they're putting less and less work into this. I mean, Bobby looks half done with this show. I swear, I don't know if he was actually asleep, but he seems over it, and I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of the group was. And honestly, if that's kind of what's affecting their performance, that makes complete sense. On your point of Lisa, the cheapest move. I'm sorry, it was the cheapest move. Stray Kids could have brought out Susie, and there you go. She doesn't have to sing or dance. She'll just stand there, and everyone will be like, "Oh my God, Susie!" It's not. That's what was the purpose of having Lisa in that song? Lisa in very, 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 very minuscule shorts where she was flailing her legs on close up. Come on. There was no purpose other than what seems to be the intended purpose, which was to grab attention and swing a few votes through. Yeah, it doesn't, to me, it didn't add anything to the performance, in terms of lyric or if she was if there was a storyline somehow involving her or whatever, but she literally just sat, rapped, and left. And it's okay, you guys, I understand if they didn't have their own rappers or something and they're oh yeah, okay, well, let's let Lisa do it. It's okay, cool, but
Yeah.
So I don't know. It started off very promising, but again, at the end of it, I was just kind of okay, that was fun, but I didn't really I have no desire to go back and rewatch that performance, unless I'm a hard blink, but I'm not. I like Blackpink, but there's nothing in the performance that motivates me to go and rewatch it or share it with friends, which is how I approach if a performance is interesting or not. Would I want to show this to other people? It's really nothing about it. So it's my 2 cents.
We're
10 cents. Yeah.
We're getting canceled for this one.
That's okay.
What do you guys think? Be honest, okay? Be super honest with yourself. Do you think iKON could have done without the featuring from Lisa?
They have put their budget towards something else.
I'm pretty sure she did it for free.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think there was actually some news and controversy related to that and her featuring on whether or not she was gonna feature, because I think it had to do something with her solo that's gonna drop or is pending to drop, and whether or not her being on Kingdom or Mnet allowing her to feature in this Kingdom episode would determine whether or not she was going to promote her solo on Mnet's platform, I think.
So there's controversy that she was blackmailed into it almost?
If they weren't going to allow her to, that she would not promote her song on M Countdown. I think it's something like that.
So the manipulation is coming. Allegedly coming on the YG side, not the Mnet side.
Something like that. So
interesting. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. Yeah. Is there another YG Spearus CYG? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, were you trying to make that into a whole...
Yes. Spearus CG. No, that's fine. You know what I mean. That's fine.
All right. And then after that, there was Stray Kids. Yo. These guys brought a tank this week. A full-blown tank. They ever so coincidentally also picked a song from Blackpink. So it was so interesting. Which I honestly actually think they did this song too in the past. I think they did it as part of their pre-debut survival show, and because there was a part in there where they actually went to YG and then JYP brought them, and then YG guy, like, he was there too with like trainees at that time, which was some that you see in Treasure now. And so they were like kind of like battling each other at YG's own like building at that time. And yes, I think Stray Kids also did this same song. So interesting. But anyways, point aside, they took the do 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 and mixed it with their own do do do. That, yeah. So it was that plus this. Yeah, exactly. And so they did that mix. They completely turned things around in this song. It was like they kept, the killing point, but they did turn around.
Literally.
Literally. But they did turn things around, remixed it really, really well, as you would expect, of course, from Bang Chan himself. And I especially loved like the rice cooker in the back. I don't know about you, but I thought that was so funny. So jokes. I was just like, I really like that one. And they also had a special guest. They started to harness their inner Deadpool, which led to a very nice and like cool series of events this week on Twitter, where Ryan Reynolds tweeted, Stray Kids, saying that he's now a fan. He's an official Stay Guys, and he's mailing out his own brand of, I think it's gin, right? Yeah, to Bang Chan with his autograph on it, and vice versa. Stray Kids tweeted also mentioning Ryan Reynolds, thanking him for his autograph, and also sending their autograph to him on their album, and then shouting out Hugh Jackman, who then also in turn shouted out, like, take care of my fellow Aussies. Good luck to you guys with Ryan Reynolds and your fandom. He's a little bit too much to handle. So fun, so cool. I love this interaction. I'm expecting Bang Chan and Felix to be in like a next Marvel movie at this point. But we'll talk about that later. Overall, seriously, it was crazy. This whole performance that Stray Kids did was intense, like insane. All of the different aspects in it. I don't know if like that first half, vocal battle had anything to do, but Sungmin stood out again to me in the Stray Kids performance as well. And just the tank at the end, I'm done for words. Like, I'm done. I don't know how and what else Stray Kids is going to bring, but I'm all for it. Let's go. Let's get it. Your turn.
So, herein lies the difference between a group that puts in effort and a group that doesn't. Or it doesn't, at least it doesn't look like it. Like, maybe they did, but like, Stray Kids, their performance, a little bit chaotic, a lot going on at once. But with a Deadpool theme, that makes more than perfect sense, because Deadpool is very chaotic, very all over the place, but it still flows. I don't know how much time all of Stray Kids spend on TikTok, but all those manifesting videos on the For You page have worked. They've manifested themselves a friendship with Deadpool himself. Like, I don't know what deities they were praying to, but it paid off. And now if any stays think they had a chance with Lix or Chris, sorry, but Ryan Reynolds is coming to get your mans. So yeah, amazing. Also the jabs at JYP killed me. I was dying. I'm like, I don't know if we're talking agency or individual, but either way, that's a solid one. Like, I don't know. I thought it was really good. The only thing I didn't quite feel was like the transition of the what I can't even see. It doesn't make sense, but like the transition from the Blackpink's
Did it, did it, do, do,
to
do, do. Yeah.
the do. I'm like, for me, it just
It
I
didn't,
under
it was
yeah.
parallel. It wasn't together.
Yeah, like the sounds are similar enough but different enough where it's like I just get like I'm somewhere in the middle of the two and I'm like now I don't remember how either one sounds.
Now you're like listening to Blackpink and you're just like, do, 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 do.
Yeah, I'm like I don't
And
know.
vice versa.
It's like do. Like I don't know. I don't know what song this is anymore. But yeah, that was the only thing that was kind of like I don't know if the meshing of the doos was if the doo-doos was as effective as it could have been. But then again, I'm not a musical person, so maybe that was the best that it was going to get. I don't know. But for me, I just didn't think they synced up too well. Other than that, also Wooyoung's just officially claiming that he's adopted Felix.
Oh
Like that
yes!
just
Oh my god!
my
How did I
son.
my son? And I was just like, it's all over, guys. It's all over. Just when you guys, I saw somebody was like, yeah, just as you guys were starting to ship like Wooyoung and Felix, this man comes in and it's like, my son. But it's like, truth is, you know, if him and Changbin are going to be lovey-dovey, like officially lovey-dovey, then it only makes sense that he's the son, right?
I heard that he's Woosan adopted him, but I don't know. I'm sure they're all sharing custody.
Amazing. I love it. I love these group interactions, man. So fun, so good. That kind of wraps up all the performances that we got this week. This week, this last week. So this week we're going to most likely get the rest of the round 3 performances. And I think we did a quick lookup yesterday. That only leaves round 4, which should be the live performance night. And so, if it's anything like it was with Road to Kingdom, that will be live streamed on YouTube. So you guys can look out for that. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We still have 4 more performances this week, including Masked Man from Ateez. Dude, I am so excited. I want to know what this guy is, who he is, all part of like the conspiracy theories and all of this stuff for like, um, Ateez and their ongoing, uh, you know, themes for their albums.
Wait, I actually haven't heard of this
Masked Man?
masked man. Yeah.
He's like, you've watched like the music videos. He appears at the end, and nobody knows like who he is or like what he's supposed to represent.
Oh, so they're doing like a reveal of who he is, or
I don't know if they're doing a reveal, but he makes an appearance in like their performance. That was teased. Yeah.
quote me on this now. It's gonna be Mingy.
Mingy.
Quote me on this now. I'm putting in. If they do an unmasking and it's Mingy, y'all gotta subscribe and you gotta tell your moms, your grandmas, your dads, your cousins, everybody. You gotta tell your bosses, your teachers, everybody subscribing because I'm calling that. If not, it's okay. You can still do it, but like I'm hoping I'm right. That would be a great reveal.
Oh my god.
Right before the final.
That would be crazy. 18s would go wild.
Everybody would go wild. That's so unexpected. Yeah, so much better than Lisa. Like, no hate to Blackpink, but like Lisa's great. I love Lisa. Like, she's my favorite Blackpink member, but she's not fully relevant to Kingdom. So having her there is like a pleasant surprise. But it's like, okay, now what? Whereas Mingy,
it's gonna be interesting because another girl group member makes an appearance coming this week as well. So
ooh,
we'll see how Alex reacts to that.
ooh.
It's in the B2B performance.
Oh, it's the G Idol chick, isn't it? Yeah, I saw that. Whatever. I don't know G Idol stuff, but I mean, I like and respect G Idol. I know some of their songs. I don't know any members, but these are cheap moves. These are cheap moves.
we'll see. Maybe there's added value to her appearance in B2B's performance. We haven't watched it yet, so let's see.
Well, I mean, I feel like they're more vocal, so I feel like if she's a strong vocalist, she could really help elevate or do like an enchanting, like siren-esque background melody while they kind of sing at the foreground. I don't know, that would be cool, but if not, then I don't know. Maybe she's just, I don't know.
We don't know yet. Let's watch and see. All right. Well, that kind of brings us to the end of this week's week 8 discussion on Kingdom. We don't have much to go, so hopefully we open up soon so that we can get other content out to you guys. And as always, follow us on our socials. Do you notice that I struggle with this word? Socials.
Sure.
It sounds like socials.
Sure.
It's actually an ongoing thing. I grew up like this. Like when people were like, what's the next class that we have to go to? I'm like, it's social studies. And they're like, what? Follow us
It's
on our
like,
socials. Socials. Oh my god, this English language. We on that TikTok. We on that Instagram. There should be more content coming out on both of those platforms. There's some new content actually already out on that TikTok, courtesy of Alex right here. So
yeah, none of y'all are watching my TikTok. It crushes my soul. The amount of effort I put into editing, it's fine.
she put in a lot of work to this one, guys, and it's epic. It's epic. So go check it out. And if you want to continue with our very controversial comments on Kingdom, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment. Leave us comments.
Comments on I hate you guys. Lisa was very much deserving to be
Like, Icon is amazing. You don't know what you're talking about. You're old. You don't know what's cool anymore. I accept all of the above.
Yes,
But I'm
you
still gonna say it. Yeah, you
got to see it.
The only hate comments allowed are hate comments towards my lack of K-pop knowledge and my lack of relevance in the youthful community. That's it. Nothing else is being accepted.
But you gotta press enter. Don't forget, you gotta press enter. Okay? So that's gonna be it for this one. We will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Bye.